everybody. My name is Ronan, and this is my colleague Plumman, and we're here to tell you about a revolutionary new device to help you get rid of ticks. So, how many of you guys have ever had to deal with ticks before? Either with your kids or your pets, or yeah,
It's not nice.
It can be a hassle, yeah. So, what we're trying to do, usually when we think of ticks, we come up with a couple big issues. Usually Lyme disease is the first one that really jumps to mind, but that's not the only vector-borne illness that ticks can pass on. There's actually several of them. Most of them are passed on in the same way. It's usually through one of two options. Either A, the tick gets left on you for too long and they have enough time to get that disease over to you, or B, the tick is taken off incorrectly. Now that's pretty easy to do considering all of the devices on the market today, including everything that we've been able to find in the US Patent Office. It boils down to just a pair of tweezers, really. And so it takes a lot of dexterity to get that off, it takes a lot of precision to just maneuver that perfectly to pull the tick out. And that makes it difficult for a lot of people to take ticks off. So what we've come up with is essentially a large syringe on a spring load. So basically you preload the device, apply it to the tick, press the button, and it'll just pull the tick right off. So the benefit of this is that this makes the device a one-handed operation, essentially. It makes it easy to use it either lefty or righty. It leaves your offhand open to do whatever it needs to do while you're taking the tick off. And it makes the whole procedure a whole lot safer, a whole lot quicker, and a whole lot easier. And that opens up the market to just a whole bunch of people, so the more people can invest in devices to remove ticks. And my colleague Plumman will discuss our marketing business strategies for getting this product out there.
Is that an actual prototype?
Yes, this is our first prototype. We'd like to take a look at that. So it can fall apart.
Yeah.
So, as Ronan mentioned, we are looking to reach a large target market. There are obviously thousands of cases each year of tick bites alone in the U.S., and that's trend's been increasing for the last 15 years. So, based on feedback we got from talking to people, a lot of families with kids, pet owners, outdoor types, campers, hikers, they're all interested in having this product that they can carry and just use on the spot. So that really pushed us forward, and we plan on targeting small business, convenience store owners, outdoor shops as a direct point of sale where they can purchase this product easily. And we'll also launch our own website where people can purchase it online and have it shipped out to them. And our marketing strategy is really we want to employ word-of-mouth tactics where we'll contact vet offices, doctors' offices, outdoor camp services such as Boys and Girl Scouts, because they encounter these quite frequently, and if we can get it out there, they can give us feedback and we can show them how to use everything, and we just make the whole process easier and faster and better. And right now we're currently in our second design phase, prototype testing. Well, that will continue into midsummer. And after that, we will start to look at manufacturers, get a contract signed, start production, and build up an inventory into the winter. And at that point, we'll have enough inventory so that next year, early in the spring, we'll just be able to launch our product and sell to the market. That's when tick season starts. And the target product cost is going to be around $20 per device. We want to keep it affordable for people. And we have an estimated budget around $15,000 until May of next year. We just want to employ DifferenceMaker funds for our contract for manufacturing. We want to do an FDA consultation and just daily operations of shipping, packaging out our product and other activities. And again, in general, we just want to engineer a solution that doesn't currently exist to probably address this issue of tick removal. They're household devices, but they're just not that effective, and we want to really help people make a difference in their lives. One tick at a time, help them out.
One tick at a time.
So that's our project. We're really excited about this. We've gotten good feedback, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. Thank you.
When does it fail and why? Why wouldn't it work?
As far as we can tell, the device would most likely fail when the tick has had probably 2 or 3 days on the individual, so it would have time to really bury itself under the skin. So it'd be best.
Getting hair in the way or anything when, dog hair, would that get in the way?
No, not really. Because it would, one of our design goals is to have a bunch of silicone or some kind of polymer seals, so that when you put it on the skin, even if there's some hair, it's not going to be that big an issue. It won't let enough air seep in around the tick to make the device ineffective.
Yeah, for our second design, we're gonna improve our sealing and the vacuum suction, everything. Yeah, that's gonna be improved and
You're
everything.
gonna go much smaller, right? Because you really.
Yeah, and we
Because
are
you can
gonna.
design the plunger to create the same, you're just looking at a certain force, right, at the end of this?
Yeah,
A
yeah.
certain pressure,
Yeah.
suction pressure.
Yeah, and ultimately that's the way we've been going about it. That's going to be through like a volume pressure change.
Right.
So it has to be proportionate. So to an extent we can shrink it, but not beyond the pressure limits that we need to pull off the tick.
I mean, for my thoughts, dog owner, right, I'm leaving it at home, I'm not necessarily taking it with me, you know, take care when I get home.
Right.
So it's gonna be tremendously portable.
Do you actually see, you know, if I call this the head or whatever, where it actually contacts where the
Yep.
tick is, right? In my mind, I see that you would need different types of heads for different surfaces.
Yeah,
For
we're.
example,
Mhm.
my skin, you wouldn't probably need a large opening. But something like where you're talking dogs or cats or whatever, don't you have to compensate the opening for the amount of fur or hair that's there?
Yeah, we've actually discussed that earlier. We'll probably be designing a few different attachable noses to the fronts for different situations. You know, obviously there are different tick types. Some are
Yeah,
bigger, some are
right.
smaller,
Right.
and like you mentioned, skin type
Yeah.
as well. So that's going to be included as well. We're going to be working on that.
One of the benefits of that idea was also that, we had also discussed this, that the head itself could be used as a throwaway. So once you suck it in, the tick won't get through it'll get into the nose, but it won't get past it. So you just toss that out or shake out the tick, whatever. And then you can reduce
Because the
the
thing
process.
is, like with the deer tick, you know, they're the ones that carry the Lyme disease, and they're
Yeah.
so tiny.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, they can be the size of the head of a common pin, an
yeah.
old-fashioned type little flat-headed common pin.
Those would need a much
You
smaller
gotta be
nose,
able to see that in here, and if the little deer tick is, you know, he's gonna fly in here because he's so tiny. But, I mean, I wouldn't be able to see it against all this black material.
Yep.
And you know, if I were using this, I would wanna make sure that that tick was out,
Yeah.
you know?
I think you guys, what she's getting at is
Yeah.
you're gonna need some different
Yeah.
filtering device.
Yeah,
It's
that's
not
actually-
part of, yeah.
Yeah,
We have like, it's,
I wanna see
Very
my
we call
tick
it
there,
a,
yeah,
like a
okay.
chamber.
So you
where
can
Okay.
actually see it under
Yeah.
a color or some
Yeah.
fluorescent.
Yeah, because you wanna be able to take this apart and clean it for next use,
Yep,
right?
yep.
We're also thinking of maybe putting inside that chamber maybe a little heating coil where after it's in there, you can just push
Yeah.
a button and just
Battery.
vaporize
that
it,
just
whatever.
fries it
Yeah.
a little bit, yeah.
Just so that you don't, burn it
It's tough to
away.
vaporize those little guys.
On the slide financial factor, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
No, go.
Go jump
On
in.
the slide financial factors, it was a target market cost of $20. Is that your cost to produce, or is that a price? Is what we-
Price.
So, everybody's afraid to make money in this world, it's unbelievable, isn't it?
Yeah.
Same advice. Folk, you know, you gotta have a target, absolutely. There's no other competition, right? Pair of tweezers is your competition.
Absolutely.
Right, so,
You could
You
sell
got-
millions of these.
you got a first-time product that is innovative, new, it's a better mousetrap essentially. So, people that are gonna buy it are gonna be first-time buyers, so they're gonna spend a little bit more to have the first time it comes around. So, you wanna have a target of your costs, for your budgeting, et cetera, et cetera. If you want to send your costing overinflate, so you get your investment dollars in, et cetera, that's another discussion. Don't fix yourself into a product cost until you talk to those marketing experts.
Okay.
Because, heck, it could be, I don't know what I'd be willing to pay for.
Well,
but
REI,
I'd
imagine
pay,
designed
right,
by
I'd pay some
REI,
money
you'd be
for
paying
it, right, but
$100 for that.
you got massive
Yeah.
distribution channels, whatever, you can talk units, volumes, what have you. You get somebody that lives out in the Midwest, they might spend $100 for this
Right.
thing because they use
Important
it
to
10 times a day, right? So, you do that and don't pigeonhole yourself into that $20, because it could be much larger than that.
What's your material cost since you built this? So you must have an idea what all the tube, the plunger, bolt, spring, what did you come out, what's your total cost right here?
It's not much more than, I think it was $5 or $6, so
And this is not even refined, so you're
Yeah.
gonna bring the cost down.
yeah, we're gonna be bringing that down, and, you know, obviously when we start getting in contact with various manufacturers, we'll add in the manufacturing costs, so.
Yeah, because you can go mostly plastic on this,
And-
you
and
don't
this-
need any metal.
Yeah,
Even the spring.
aside from the spring and the hinging mechanism, because if we built the actual button mechanism out of plastic, that would break too easily. We wouldn't want that.
We
Just
wanted
be a
this
standard product.
more as a proof of concept to make sure it works, everything is good, and now we're gonna go into more design for manufacturability and make improvements
When you do
upon
your
it.
presentations too, I would highly suggest that you have a prototype, show a video, or actually show the picture of on it, boom, and in it.
Yeah.
Because now you're actually proving it's working, because you have some, and it's gonna go a long way. If a big manufacturer sees it like an REI or whatever, they're gonna go, wait a minute, we got something here, and it'll help you
Mhm.
invest the dollars to get to the final A+ product.
Mhm.
Okay.
One of the comments on this financial factor slide here is, I noticed it says $15,000. And I had read all this stuff ahead of time. I didn't see that $15,000 in here. Am I wrong? Or at the end here, you did not ask for that up front?
We were a little conservative in our reports, so we kind of adjusted for this. We went a little higher, just, it was, I guess it's more like a range of costs.
Yeah, but you
Yeah.
you did about another 50%.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
okay. Because I didn't remember any of the projects asking for 15,000.
Mhm.
So when I saw this, I ding ding.
Yeah.
Why don't you, have you looked at it just a traditional, you know, when they did needle and serge, right?
Yeah.
They're pulling.
Mm.
You're creating high vacuum.
Yeah.
Without using a mechanical system, maybe looking at just a straight pull. As you would in a
I think you have to have a terrific seal.
high house.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is,
In that way,
Which
it
is
might
intense.
require a
Yeah.
little more
there's
dexterity,
another
where
thing.
this
Oh,
is
yeah.
just push button activated, so it's
Yeah.
quicker and
so because
easier.
with a syringe, you have one hand holding it and the other one pulling.
Right, and pull.
This is,
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. Good job.
Thank
And I
you.
like the proto.
On your,
Thank you.
to your point then, so what's the next phase then? Is this next phase through from now until 2016, or how many phases make up now until 2016? So break that I apologize for
All right.
asking.
That's
So,
fine.
so that, all blocks is 15,000, is what
Yes.
you're saying?
Yes,
Yeah.
the whole.
So what you're looking at now is you need money to get through design, testing, you know, how far through 2015 does $5,000 get you, just hypothetically?
I would say that gets us to the manufacturing phase.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Where we start producing in the fall.
but up until we have some actual quotes for the manufacturing costs, we can't really say beyond that, because neither of us have any experience with launching a product or discussing manufacturing costs with the manufacturer, so
We
we're
also,
not entirely aware of what that's gonna set us back.
before that happens, we want to send it to the FDA as, for a review, because we're not sure if it's going to be classified as a medical device or regular consumable product, so we have to make sure so that later on we don't get caught red-handed or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would contend, you guys jump in if you think, I would contend, your pitch is almost for design through consult FDA at this point. You're just showing us more of what you could use, you need future funding is what's gonna happen, but if I can read between the lines, my guess is you want a few $1,000s to get you through get over the next hump, and then with that consult FDA, you're gonna have a greater sense.
Yep.
I don't think that you can estimate at this point what you have yet.
We
And that's
were
where you're
discussing
trying, you're making a
Yeah.
noble effort, at least you're putting the steps out there, and you're trying to estimate it, but this thing could get away from you quick. You know,
Yeah.
Do the right things the right way.
Mhm.
So that's, to her point, yeah, 15,000 is a big ask, but I don't think you're actually asking for all the way down through shipping to customers, because that's more of a, I got a lot more numbers than
Yeah, did you,
15,000 is pretty
on
much
that slide,
just-
did you say May 16 or May 15? Because I thought I
May
saw 15.
2016.
16,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
16.
We're assuming
No,
that
it's a
by,
great catch, though, that was a good point, I missed that, that's.
Let me ask one more question about this, 'cause there's something else bugging me about this a little bit. Are you gonna put some type of a gasket on here? Or something to do with, you know, I'm thinking about two surfaces coming together. I'm thinking about this touching the skin. You know, I think you would get more of a vacuum seal if you had some type of a gasket right
Cushion,
under
yeah.
there.
Yeah, I think it's
An
like
O-ring,
a,
you know
Yeah,
what I
but a
mean?
cushion that's like
Yeah.
almost like you'd used if you wanted to
That
get a
they-
piece of metal banging.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
sorry, okay.
we'll probably do
You
like
have
a
to
silicone
cellulose.
or something.
Yeah,
Sure.
overclock.
And I could use
Yeah,
it.
there you go.
Yeah, we're thinking.
You got a great concept. I think
Yeah,
you
no,
can
I
sell
mean,
a lot
it's-
of that.
Thank
It's
you very
like
much.
that, you know, last time I see something like that, is the guy that made the mousetrap out of plastic.
Yeah,
Just go
I think
over
it'd be all,
it.
it could be throwaways. You could take them,
Well,
you
that's
could
what
make
the
them, you
engineers
could make them
need
as
to-
throwaways.
Your engineers need to figure that out, like how much they can dispose for, just.
Yeah.
fabric away.
Good job.
I mean,
Thank
with today's
Thank
plastic.
you,
Yeah.
thank you for your
Yeah,
time.
very
Thank you.
excellent.
Thank you for the presentation.